Their first lead of the second half. Lakers by 2. Bryant on the pull-up. Puts it in. 4-point Laker lead. Their largest of the game.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where...
We here, man. We here. Salute to everybody, man. We got Mr. Moss, myself. We got my boy Who Got, a basketball extraordinaire, the Black Hubie Brown. We got my boy OC, another basketball extraordinaire. I'm gonna call him the Black Doug Collins. You know, we talk about breaking down basketball, getting back to old school NBA analysis. No narratives, no lies, no agendas. Calling a spade a spade. We got a dandy tonight, man. What a dandy, man. Real quick, every now and then I need my fix, meaning I got to get a Kobe Bryant video in, fellas. I got to just go back YouTube and just watch, you know what I'm saying, a moment, a possession, right? An interview, something. You know, Kobe Bryant is the reason why I love the game I do. I love the game the way I do. And that last clip that I showed of Kobe's presence, injured, right? I think that was when he tore his Achilles, and he's on the bench, and he still continued to teach. And I show that because you're getting a much older, mature. Because remember, that's Kobe Bryant later on, and he's much more mature. You know, he's been through fires, he's been through the battles. He understands in those moments how to bring the guys along with him. And, you know, when he hugs Pau Gasol, right, when he's pointing, he's teaching from the bench, you know, he means business. And then he's walking away, right, into God knows where, into the back. And so I would always, you know, do my best, do my part, you know, to always put Kobe in the proper context. And before I pass it on to these other two great fellas, you know, it's only appropriate, guys, that we do this because, you know, we're coming off from a week or week and a half ago where I stumbled upon a clip of, you know, pathetic, irresponsible Chandler Parsons, who does a podcast with Lou Williams and that racist Michelle Pito, who got caught using the N-word on her podcast. And she still has a job, by the way. I wonder why. You know, Chandler Parsons was quoted saying that Kobe doesn't belong in the GOAT conversation, and he dismissed it like it was offensive to him. He even put Kevin Durant ahead of Kobe Bryant. And so we're going to continue to break down Kobe's career, his moments, his finals, because we are on here trying to pump up stats and push a narrative. Either you get the win or that's it. We don't praise second place. That's the era I come from, right? And Kobe is going to win at all costs, right? And I think when we break down this game 7, you know, this embodies what we mean when we say that. Kobe shot the ball poor in game 7, but he did other things to impact winning. So I'm going to let Hoop God and OC take it from here and introduce themselves, and we're going to dive in. We're going to dive in from there into game 7.
Hey, go ahead, OC. I got to get my lightning fix.
Well, how y'all doing, y'all? I'm OC, and Kobe made me also love the game and really, truly want to learn the game and really go into depth on basketball, along with Mike, along with Steph. But Kobe's my number one favorite player. So the fact that we're doing this, I appreciate it a lot because, like you said, we see people like Chandler Parsons, Jason Williams, you know, these other people on TikTok and these apps disrespect Kobe when he doesn't deserve that disrespect. Let's keep it real. He don't. And what he gave to the game of basketball, I feel like it's disrespectful what a lot of people are doing because of certain things, you know, and certain agendas they want to push. But yeah, that's what I have to say about this. And I'm excited to get into this game 7. because even though he didn't shoot well in this game 7, this was still one of his best games, because I think if you can show that even though you're a scorer, right, if you're a high volume scorer and your game is mainly off of you scoring, if that's not going, how can you affect the game in other ways? So
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
That's why personally I think 96 Jordan is one of his best finals too, because shout out to Chaz too, because me and Chaz talk about this, because he did other things to affect the game and impact the game to win. And it's all about winning. So that shows that I can impact in other ways. And I'm a true all-around player. That's what all-around playing is. So go ahead, DA. Go ahead, God.
So this is my thing, right? In regards to Chandler Parsons, that's his perspective. But I'm gonna quote Jerry West when this other guy, this pseudo wannabe coach for the Lakers. I'm gonna quote Jerry West. What has Chandler Parsons ever done to determine the game? So the fact that he wants to try to minimize Kobe, it's like, okay, what have you ever done? Because if I hear Larry Bird talking to Bill Simmons, he clearly states, if I want to win, I'll play with Kobe. If I want to have fun, hey, it's all about what do you want? What do you value, right? Magic Johnson, the interview he had, I can't think of the gentleman's name, but he asked Magic, where does Kobe Bryant fit? And he was like, oh, yeah, Kobe by far is number 2 to MJ. You know how Magic is, man. He get to put in the barbecue sauce. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay. When Michael Jordan, made the quote about it's something about 5 that beats 3, and essentially saying that he would choose Kobe, of course, Bill Russell had to come up. And I'm like, okay, bring Bill Russell up. Does that invalidate anything? I mean, Michael Jordan will probably tell you Bill Russell is the GOAT. Like, they make these statements as if Michael Jordan is out here telling you I'm the greatest, right? He's not saying it. So, neither did Kobe. Like, on the court, okay, that's different. But off the court, no, it's all about respecting your peers and the guys that come before you. That's another reason why I highly respect Kobe and value what he gave to the game, because he left the game in a better place. He took what Michael Jordan did in a I would say, albeit in a more in a dead ball era, more physical, but he won. He made sure he had a blueprint for success. And then when it was his time to step away, okay, the next guys are supposed to, take the mantle, push the game forward. But unfortunately, they set the game back. Like, it's just unbelievable, man. Like, you don't see any diversity. You don't see the identities, the creativity. It's like everybody wants to play the same. And that's another thing I can say about Kobe. He always brought something new to the table. And like Osi stated, this is one of my favorite Kobe games, because all we hear about, Kobe's inefficient. I'm like, okay, that's one category. Can you give me some other things? Like, is he a playmaker? Is he a rebounder? Is he a defender? Is he going to go out there and battle for the loose balls? No diddy. Like, just stop focusing on efficiency. Can we look at everything that encompasses the game? Okay, not one particular category. And in Game 7, he put that on full display. Granted, like he was telling the interviewers, he got to the foul line, because that's what you have to do when you're playing against a physical team. Number one, you have to set the tone and not allow them to dictate to you. Not only do you have to do that, but you have to get in there and muck it up. Like, if they get physical, you got to get physical. Like, you can't show any signs of weakness. That's why I made that edit with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Why is the lion the king of the jungle? He wasn't the biggest on the court. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the fastest. But it was his mentality that ultimately won that game and ultimately won that series, because he was not going to let them lose. So with just to sum it up, though, that's why I wanted to do this breakdown. Shout out to Mr. Moss, for putting this together for us. And then, of course, OC being in the dialogue with us, because I want to break this down. That way some of the people out there that may be wanting to know how we see the game, we're going to give you a chance to look at it from our perspective.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Who Got. For me, going into the Game 7, I was nervous. Lakers lose Game 5. They blow out Game 6, Boston at home. Because I think it was 3. No, it was 2-2. 2-2, 1-1, 1. I forget how the series was set though, but I know the Lakers had game 6 and 7, if I'm not mistaken, back at home. And
Yeah, they had
I,
7.
I was nervous, bro.
Wait,
Excuse me.
was it? Good question. Was it the 2-3-2 format or was it the 2-2-1-1-1?
Because remember game 6, the Lakers blew them out at home. Or did they blow them out in Boston?
Let me check that real quick. Let me check.
You know what, bro? Yeah. Hold on.
I know they lost game 5.
Yeah. They definitely lost game 5. Okay, so
Okay,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4,
So
5.
they
You
were
know
down
what?
3-2. They were down 3-2 in game 6. So yeah.
You know what? It was 2-3-2.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the 2-3-2
It was
format.
2-3-2. So
Okay.
so games 1 and 2 LA, games 3, 4, and 5 in Boston, and then game 6 and 7
Yeah.
in LA. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for me, I was so nervous, right? I was nervous in game 6, actually. And when it got to a game 7, I was still nervous because Boston was so physical and they were pushing the Lakers around. And I wasn't worried about Powell, Artest, and Kobe. I wasn't. I was more so worried about, is the moment too big for some of the role players? But then I said, you know what? At that Phil and Kobe, strong leadership at the top. These guys are going to be ready and prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a American Miss League, so I can't say a guy's not ready because he's missing shots. He's just missing shots. But are you executing? Are you getting good quality shots? You know what I'm saying? And I just remember the Lakers coming out a little flat, and Kobe was pressing. Let's be honest, he was pressing because he was shooting the ball in the first quarter, and his shots weren't going in. But you talked about this, Hoop God. That didn't, and OC, that didn't detour him. I mean, he's Kobe Bryant. I mean, if you're not going to empty your clip in game 7 and go out on your shield, then I don't respect it. I don't respect it. And again, he was still playing good defense. Like, do people know that Ray Allen in game 7 only had 13 points? And Ray goes 3 for 14?
3 for 14, yeah.
Talking about a younger Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? And so Kobe was impacting the game in other ways. And I think in the first quarter, he was pressing offensively, but even though he was pressing offensively, I wasn't worried because I know that at some point the shot would go down or he would create for others, right? Kobe is still a deterrent. He is still a major focal point for any defense, even if his shot is going in and out.
Exactly.
And before I pass to OC, Kobe Bryant is always going to be moving without the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So even if my shot's not going in, my movement, now he ain't Steph Curry off the ball, but you still have to account for him off the ball. He knows how to come down pin, screens, flares, curl actions, flare to the top, ISO corner. And so that still gets the defense moving to free up somebody else. And those are like little details that a lot of people don't even think about. All they see is Kobe went 6 for 24 and he shot the ball poorly.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, he was doing other things to open up the offense. I mean, Powell played good, right? Artest played good, right? Fisher hit a couple of big shots. And so give me your thoughts, OC, going into game 7, the start of the game. Give me your thoughts in the first quarter. Like, what are you thinking? Were you nervous? No Kendrick Perkins. I think he tears his ACL in game 6. But like Hoop God said, no Trevor Ariza and no Andrew Bynum in 2008. So no excuses here, right? It's Imano versus Imano. And so just give me your thoughts, bro.
Well, to be honest, around that time, I was 9, right? So I was really going off of what my parents was cheering for. And my parents was actually cheering for Boston. So I'm really like just going for like who my parents are cheering for. And honestly, I thought Boston had it in the bag after they went up 3-2. So, I mean, I wasn't nervous, but it was still like I knew Kobe Bryant. I still knew who Kobe Bryant was, and I knew, okay, Kobe Bryant's on the other end, and he still can find a way to get this done, honestly. And he found a way to get it done. And to be honest, I was kind of sad after Boston lost. I was like, dang, Kobe got a 5th championship. And everybody, my cousin, because I live with my cousin also, and my other cousin was there, and they were cheering for Kobe. Like, they were going crazy. And I was like, dang, like, Kobe really got his 5th championship. So that's all I really remember from that time. But thinking about it now, I'm so happy he won that championship. That championship. Like, if he didn't pull that off, woo, I think it would have been worse for Kobe in these talks. But
Yeah, also, I think the narrative would change greatly
yeah,
if he
it
loses
definitely.
Game 7. You can't beat Boston. That would have been another finals loss on his record. If we think they skip over him now, imagine if he would have lost that finals and what would have been talked about, you know,
Mm-hmm.
after that. And I just remember Kobe jumping on the scores table at one point, throwing up 5, like the
Yeah.
high 5 sign, and you can see the relief in him. They showed him in the back after the game, and he's just sitting there, and he's just, he's champagne, he's wet, he's celebrating, but then you can tell that he took a moment to himself, just to take in. And then my best part was when they says, how do you feel, Shaq? He's something along those lines, and he says, I feel great, man. I got one more ring than Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, and so you're right. If he doesn't win that series, the talks, is even more and more different. So yeah, first quarter, it's a slow game. It's a low scoring game. Points are hard to
Yeah.
come by. Boston was a very, very sound defensive team, right?
Bro,
Very
my bad.
sound.
Let's
Go
just
ahead,
name
bro.
the personnel on that defense.
Wait a minute.
Personnel on
If
that
I'm not
defense alone.
mistaken, weren't they number 1 in the playoffs?
Yeah, they were. They were number 1 the whole season.
Yeah, I believe they were. Hoop got. Yeah.
The personnel on that defense alone, bro. Oh my god, man.
Mhm.
Kevin Garnett, Tony Allen, Rasheed Wallace,
Yeah,
Paul
Yeah.
Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo. Boy, they had some real dogs on that team. I can't
Don't
even lie.
forget too. I mean, listen. I mean, I know we look at Paul and Ray as scorers, but those guys held their own defensively.
Y'all know they definitely can get out there defensively.
They held their own defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't and so yeah. So it was a low scoring game to start the game, and it continued that way. And I just remember at halftime, the Lakers were down, I think like 11 or whatever it was. I can't remember. And I just remember, I'm saying at some point the Lakers offense has to start to break through. Hoop God, I want you to talk about offensively when the Lakers were down by 10, 11 points going into that third quarter. Did you see any adjustments that they made during that game? Because I saw if I can remember correctly, they started to get better quality shots. Powell started to insert himself a little bit more. Andrew's size and length started to be an issue. I talked about, Doc trusted his veterans too much. There were times where, like he would call a timeout, and then that's the only rest that, Kevin and Rasheed got. But I was saying, and Big Baby talks about this, that, Doc didn't go to his young guys in the Game 7, right? He's a veteran coach, and he trusts his older statesmen. Give me your thoughts as that game was just, kind of coming out of halftime. What adjustments, what did you see different from the Lakers that got them back into that game?
So I vividly remember Kobe telling them, like, hey, we got to turn up on defense, right? Meaning we got to start closing out on their shots. Hey, we got to clearly, if you look from the tip off, or I'll just say the whole series, the refs let them play. So Kobe's mentality is, okay, let's play within the rules. Let's play as physical as we are allowed to play. Let's close out on these shots. And he emphasized rebounding. I mean, clearly the man is how often does a shooting guard give you 15 rebounds in the NBA Finals? I mean, who? Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade? Ain't many is going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly Kobe Bryant to me had the Bill Russell approach, right? Okay, yeah, I'm not scoring, or yeah, my shot is it's not efficient, but let me do other things, right? Let me impact the game in other ways and allow my teammates to follow that lead, the blueprint. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that they put an emphasis on rebounding. They turned it up on the defensive end, got out in transition, boxing out, and then Kobe ultimately he had to use his skill set to get to the foul line and also put the Celtics in the bonus. That's going to loosen that defense up. When you can get them in foul thing, and a lot of times it's not necessarily being in the bonus, but when you get that one foul away from getting into the bonus, that's going to loosen up the defense, right? So I'm seeing Kobe from the halftime making that adjustment, and you could just tell he was aggressive. Like he was going to get into that paint, whether it be right there from the elbow, right. I would say right above the restricted area. He was going to make sure he got right into the teeth of the defense, and at least attempt to draw a foul or get to the line, And to me, that's that savvy, that's that IQ. It's like I have to attack this defense at its weak point. I'm not going to just sit out here and settle for jumpers, kind of like how they did the guy from Cleveland. They forced him into a jump shooter. They couldn't do that to Kobe. Like you said, you could say he was pressing, but I also looked at it like he wanted to be the one initiating, the issue. Like, no, I'm not going to let you guys attack me. I'm going to attack you. Even on the defensive side, I'm going to bring it to you. I'm not going to let you bring it to me. Because I think in 2008, I'll put it like this. I think Kobe was ready. I don't think his team was ready. But he actually had his teammates locked in mentally like, hey, this finna be a dog fight. If you ain't looking for this dog fight, don't suit up. Don't suit up because I don't need you out here. You know what I'm saying? And
that's a good point, Hoopgod. And at halftime.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say at halftime, closer than I thought it was. It was 40-34 at half. And so, very low scoring game, right? I mean, come on. I mean, 34 points from the Lakers at halftime. I mean, Boston's doing something right. And again, the Lakers are doing something right as well defensively. So then, the Lakers come out in the third quarter and they win the quarter, right? They go for 19. Boston goes for 17. And so now going into the fourth quarter, it's a 4-point game, right? 4-point game. And so I like how you used the phrase Kobe wanted to initiate and dictate shit, right? For a better way of speaking. Like, I've never seen nobody kind of dictate what Kobe Bryant does on a basketball court. I hate the phrase, Oshi, when players say, I took what the defense gave me. Nah, hell no. No. The best players don't do that. Like MJ and Kobe, the defense ain't give them nothing, right? They take what they want, when they want, how they want, period. Yep. And they dare you to do something about it. So going into that third quarter, the Lakers came out. It was still a low-scoring quarter in the third quarter. Neither team, got to 20 points. Lakers got 19. The Celtics got 17. And so it was still a battle of will, right? Determination, grit. Listen, I just remember going to the fourth quarter saying, God damn, like this is going to be who wants this the most? Like there's a saying, like I think this team or that guy wants it the most. Like I didn't question either team's heart, will, determination, grit, grind. I thought both teams fought their ass off, and going into that fourth quarter, sometimes you can throw schemes out the way, OC. You can throw away coaching to a certain degree. It's just, it comes down to a make or miss league.
Yep.
Or in some cases, you put the ball in your best player's hands and you say, hey, man, you got to take me home. And taking me home isn't always putting the ball in the basket. Mm-hmm. Like, I can bring a guy home. I can take us home, per se, in the fourth quarter by just affecting the game, right? My passing, my rebounding, my free throw shooting, right? My movement. It's not always me directly putting the ball in the basket, right? Yep. There's, they talk about hockey assists, a pass that leads to the pass that makes the basket. Well, listen, there's movements and there's certain actions that a defense has to respect with certain players. That's going to, lead to, a pass on the weak side, right? Or a guy cutting or curling. But Kobe wasn't the direct pass in the shot. He moved because, oh, this will get Derek open. This may get Sasha open. Oh, Lamar cuts to the basket, a little easy left-handed floater. Powell ducks in, little pocket pass. So, Kobe, I mean, didn't he pass it to Ron Artest? I mean, y'all say that, Artest, saved Kobe Bryant, but it was a 3-point game. The Lakers had a 3-point lead when Artest hits the shot, and that shot puts him up 6. So, Ochi, I mean, give me your thoughts on the last, fourth quarter, because at this time, now the moment is the moment, right? Now it's winning time. Like the error that you can make is like slimmer than none, right? So you have to execute, at this point. Like, give me your thoughts, bro, in the fourth quarter.
Well, my thoughts in the fourth quarter was, I mean, it was a hard-fought battle throughout the whole game. In the fourth quarter, I just felt like the intensity picked up because they knew it was the fourth quarter. And also, like you said earlier, Kobe's free throws in the clutch was definitely big. And his rebounding. And also, Paul Gasol also came up in big situations. And, wasn't it – I think it was Derek Fisher who hit, because I'm not – I didn't recently watch this series, so I'm really trying to remember. Derek Fisher hit a big three in the late stretch.
Yeah. Right, yeah, right here. Yeah, he went 1 for 1 in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he hit a big clutch three. Derek Fisher always comes up clutch, very clutch for Kobe and those Lakers teams, especially those later Lakers teams. So, and his defense on Ray Allen and his off-ball defense was great, you know what I'm saying, especially in the fourth quarter. And I just think Kobe not giving up, Kobe not letting him shooting bad, hurt him and hurt his mentality and hurt his mindset on, no, I still need to get after it. I still need to help this team in some way. And I think that's the best thing about this fourth quarter is, okay, it's low scoring. Let's see who's really going to step up in big moments and do the little things that can help this team win this championship, this Game 7. And to be honest, I just think it was a dog fight. I just think it was a battle. It was a war, especially in that fourth quarter. And I think whoever wanted it more just came out on top, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I highlighted Kobe Bryant's stat line in the fourth quarter. He plays all but what? He plays all but 53 seconds. He plays 11 minutes and 7 seconds in the fourth quarter, so he barely got any rest, right? I mean, Phil went with his big three, and Derek, Powell, and Meta wrote piece, but Kobe goes 8 for 9 from the free throw line, who grabs you 4 rebounds and drops 10 points. And so to me, I would be almost even more concerned about a guy who's shooting the ball badly, who isn't still aggressive, right? Yeah. Who isn't still trying to get in the paint, draw havoc, There's a play that stands out to me where they have a 3-point lead. With about a minute and a half to go. Salute to my guy, Kobe Bryant, film room. They have a 3-point lead with about a minute and a half to go, fellas. And Pau Gasol gets the offensive rebound and passes it out to Kobe Bryant. And you guys know what he did in that moment? He drove to the basket, driving into Kevin Garnett and Rasheed Wallace. And he wasn't even looking really to score. I guess he kind of was. But it was more so, I don't got it going. Let me get my ass to the free throw line and get 2 points that way. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, we talk about high IQ players, and a lot of guys are given that title, which shouldn't have it. I mean, if that's not high IQ, then I don't know what is. Salute to you, Kobe Bryant, field room. But yeah, man. So yeah, that last 3 minutes or so, 4 minutes or so, it was just teetering back and forth, big shot after big shot. Even when Artest makes that shot, puts the Lakers up by 6. Don't forget, Boston comes back and hits 2 big threes, right?
Yeah, I think Ray hit 3 also. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Rasheed hit one, Rondo, and
yeah.
then Ray hit one too. I think I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but it was teetering back and forth. And then before I pass it to Kobe Bryant field room, I gotta highlight this as well. You know, everybody looks at that practice between Kobe and Sasa Vujacic when Kobe kind of fakes the elbow at his throat and
Mm-hmm.
Kobe blinks at the camera. Well, I gotta find the video post, but Kobe said after the finals, like I was getting him ready for the physicality and getting him ready to be prepared for the moment. Because we can't forget, look, Sasha in the fourth quarter, where's he at? Sasha right here. Look, you guys. Boom. Look. You see that? He hits two free throws to ice the game. Remember?
Yep.
His two
Oh
free
yeah.
throws ice the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so
Those was good free throws.
people may say it's just two free throws. Yeah. But how many guys in that moment, like the moment's too big for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, it's just little shit like that, little details like that I pay attention to.
Yep.
So,
Me too.
people may have skipped over that little Kobe Bryant altercation per se with Sasha in practice, but Kobe knew what he was doing. Hoop God, he knew that that it's the same thing that Pop would do with certain guys, Patty Mills. He would bench certain guys in big games and go to his role players, and then you wonder why in 2014, guys like Patty Mills, Gary Neal, and Danny Green, the moment wasn't too big playing versus the big three, Miami Heat. They hit in threes from everywhere
Yep.
because you've already put in the work and the moment's just not too big for you, right? And so that's what I got from that. But let me go to Kobe Bryant field room real quick and let me give me your thoughts, bro, on Game 7 and how old was you and what was you thinking and like break that shit down, bro.
What's good? What's good, man? I'm not gonna stay too long because I got COVID, man. But I'm a man. My thoughts about Game 7 is I think that's Kobe Bryant's crowning achievement because it was a special game. I think he took his mental game to another level because the Celtics wanted to bait him to pass. Right? They were loading up on him, and they had KG, Paul Pierce roaming around. Right? Even when Kobe makes that pass to our test, you can see Paul Pierce was cheating. Right? They wanted to turn Kobe into a passer, but we size advantage, and I don't know if anybody brought this up, but I think the Celtics were one of the worst rebounding teams in the league that year, right? So his main goal was like, look, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna stay aggressive. I'm gonna shoot these shots, and I got Powell under the rim, right? We're gonna most likely get the rebound because we have the size advantage. And so he took the aggressive approach, keeping the defense on their heels. Um, they wanted to turn him into a passer to get other guys who aren't that great of shooters um, shots and opportunities, so they can beat them that way. But Kobe stayed aggressive, and he beat them on the boards, the weakness that they had all year.
Mm.
That's a
That's a good
fact.
point.
That's a great point. I never even looked at it that way, that they're trying to bait Kobe into passing and, you know, because, I mean, one thing about a scorer like that, Kobe Bryant, his aggression, his never give up mentality, I mean, just keep coming, right? Make or miss. I mean, at some point, that does demoralize the defense when the shots are going in, but it also puts a mental stress on you as well
Hmm.
because now
Yep.
your defense is always, on edge, always trying to react to what he's doing, because people forget, Kobe wasn't just a great scorer. I look at Kobe Bryant as also a very, very good passer off his scoring.
He
And
is.
so you had to play him in multiple ways. Like you're not just defending Kobe Bryant one way just to score the basketball. He can get into your paint, draw havoc, and find the open man with the best of them. And so that's a great point, Kobe Bryant film room. I never even looked at it that way, bro. I never really did.
Yeah, he understood the game on another level. Like he understood that okay, they're baiting me. They want me to pass. So what am I going to do? We got to hit the boards. Whoever, like, if you go back and watch that series, whoever wins the boards wins that series.
Yep.
And even the
Right.
commentator said it. It was a well-known fact that the Celtics' weakness was rebounding, and Kobe went out there with the mindset, "Oh, I want this more than y'all. I'm gonna go get it." He out rebounded Kevin Garnett in that series. I mean, in that game. Sorry.
And to be honest, well, I'm watching some of the game right now. To be honest, some of these shots that Kobe's missing, it's shots that he usually make, you know. And I'm not really going to harp on somebody missing those type of shots because we know basketball is sometimes it's make a miss. Not to give him an excuse for shooting 6 for 24, but I'm just saying.
Damn, bro. Like
Hey,
Kevin
and you
Garnett
know
only had
something?
3 rebounds that game. God damn.
I noticed something, right? We've been talking about this for about 30 minutes, and you know nobody's addressed. Yo, Kobe Bryant had his right index finger was broken, for crying
Oh
out
yeah,
loud.
it was.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Man, great point, man. God damn. How did we
And a
miss
messed
that,
up
bro?
leg.
How did we
Hey,
miss
but
that?
wait, but Mars, tell me something. How is it that Kobe Bryant with a broken finger can go out there and get it done in 7? But this other guy that they want to convince us
Right.
is so
Broken
much
hand.
better than Kobe has to fake a broken hand after he gets swept.
Well, I mean, it's the mindset, bro. I mean, it goes back to what we talk about behind the scenes with OC. You know, it's the will to win by any means. And one thing that I always understood about certain guys, I'm gonna highlight Kobe and MJ, is that they understood the pressure and the scrutiny that they would be under. Because even in 2008, fellas, nobody says Pau Gasol lost. We everybody says Kobe lost to the Celtics, right? And so, like, I think Kobe's mindset was, bro, they're not gonna blame you guys, bro. They're gonna blame me. And so, you know, if my ankle is the size of a golf ball, if my shooting finger, my index finger, or my pointer finger is a torn ligament on my shooting hand, right? But then they'll give an excuse to LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, with a so-called broken hand, and try to explain or excuse why, he didn't win. But nobody talks about, like you said, who got he had to like the and his pointer finger, it was like bandaged up. I'm like, how do you
It
even shoot
was.
with that motherfucker?
Yeah,
You
I
feel
don't
me?
know how he even shot with
Right.
that.
I mean, how do you even shoot with that? Let alone stick your nose in the paint with Powell, Andrew, Kevin, and Rasheed and go get 15 rebounds. So for me, it just comes down to will and him understanding his legacy and how nobody gets the blame but him. And he wasn't going for that because he understood what that means. And so, I mean, it's just certain guys are just different, bro. They're just different. They're just
And,
different.
and he still outscored everybody in that series, especially in that game. I think he still had the most points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let's see. I believe he had 23. Let me see here. My bad, guys. Yeah, Kobe had. Damn, where my stats at? Am I tripping?
Wait, hold on.
My bad, guys.
No, you
You
good.
good? Yeah, I think he did
There
have.
we go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did have.
So he had 23 and Powell had, and again, they'll tell you that Powell Gasol and Artest carried Kobe. That's what they'll say. You know what I'm saying? That's what they'll say.
Yeah,
They'll
come
say
on.
Kobe was
But look
carrying
how.
age.
Well, Powell,
Come on,
remember,
dude.
Powell was scoring off of Kobe, right? Like
Yes.
usually
Correct.
the way Powell was scoring is like they were loading up on Kobe, and Powell would go in the middle of the lane, and Kobe
That's
would pass
right.
to him. Like a lot of people, they just hate Kobe, bro. Like if you
It is,
watch
bro.
the game, bro, Kobe opened up so many opportunities for Powell in that
Mhm.
series, man.
But they'll give other players credit for the same thing. Open up for
Yeah,
their teammates.
they sure will. Yeah, they sure will. You know, um, yeah. So, late in that fourth quarter, I just remember, it just being like it was teetering back and forth. And once Sasha hit the 2 free throws, that's when I was like, oh shit. Kobe about to get his 5th ring. And all I kept thinking about was, his place in history. Because at that point, he has 5, 2 without Shaq. I started to reminisce on the road traveled. Like, y'all gotta understand something about me, bro. Like, I've seen Kobe Bryant in different stages of his career up close and personal. I saw the 2000 Kobe play the Kings in person. He goes for 48 in Game 4. They sweep the Kings. I seen Kobe in that epic 7-game series, guys, versus the Kings with Vlade, Chris, and Mike, and Bobby, and Kobe and Shaq are just too much, along with his team. Derek, Devin, and those guys, right? Robert Ory, and so on and so forth. And then, for me, it was painful to see Kobe go through that 2-3 year stretch where he was a great individual player, but it wasn't leading to winning. Yeah, he got to the playoffs and got to a Game 7, and Phil said, you're not passing to your teammates. And in Game 7, Kobe had to teach them a lesson. But to see Kobe Bryant go from 04 to get to 2010 and see the transformation, and Phil Jackson talks about Kobe as being a different player, him going through, that's when the Black Mamba was created, right? And that 05-06 somewhere in there with all that Denver stuff, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to rehash it. To see him hop on that scores table, OC, and throw up the 5 fingers, and then to see him just have a moment to himself in the back where he's just relaxed and he's taking it all in. I mean, what are we doing, bro? Like, how is he not a fucking top 3 player of all time?
Yeah.
How do we leapfrog him and put certain guys right at the feet of MJ? So if he's a carbon copy of Michael Jordan, right? How is he not a top 3 player of all time?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Shit
Hey,
crazy.
Moss, I don't want to bag on Kareem. I gotta
got you,
give
bro.
you some numbers real quick, man. Just
For sure.
this is why I say Kobe is above Kareem, because the Lakers went 24-9 from 1980 to 1989 without Kareem in the lineup. That's at a 72% winning percentage. With all due respect to Kareem, you show me a Laker team that's going to go 24-9 without Kobe Bryant, I'll stop talking basketball. I got another one for you. The Milwaukee Bucks, they were 8-0 without Kareem from 1970 to 1974. Show me one of those Laker squads that's going to go 8-0 without Kobe Bryant. I'll stop talking basketball. And when I say this, I'm talking about for the totality. I ain't talking about accumulated, because you got to be specific with these goofies out here. So
It's a fact.
you have Kareem, who customarily is always vaulted because of his overall basketball resume. Okay, that's cool. But if I'm seeing your impact to the team, mind you, Kobe Bryant led the Lakers in assists per game in all the finals. You're not replacing that production.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson knows that. So that's why I said, to me, MJ and Kobe are 1 or 2. They're locks. 3, 4, 5 through 10. Hey, they're interchangeable. We can, vacillate. But those two, nah, man. You got MJ beating the most 60-win teams and Kobe beating the most 50-win teams. My bad, OC, but yeah.
No, you good. Go. And
No,
also, like I was about to say, who else three-peated and went back-to-back twice? Besides Bill, the late great Bill.
Well, besides Bill Russell, yeah. Besides Bill Russell. Hey, Mr. Moss. This is one thing. This is another feather in the cap that they just can't stand. Anybody else not named Kobe Bryant wins back-to-back titles without a top 75 teammate, we would never hear the end of that.
Of course not. I mean, certain guys get praised for playing with, all-time great players and still losing, and then they'll change the measurement, stick with the goalposts, and say, yeah, these guys ain't that and this and that. But then they'll try to prop up Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum, and then they'll try to downgrade Kevin Love. They'll try to downgrade Chris Bosh, Kyrie. They'll say D Wade was hurt in 2014, but he outplayed Scottie Pippen in 1998, and then give MJ no excuses. And Pippen was incapacitated with a back injury, which is crippling, while D Wade was still somewhat up and down, upright. who can run and jump and do shit. So, you know, I mean, it's just
They don't talk
listen,
about
man.
D Wade in those playoff series, especially
Right,
2014, 2012,
right. They
and
don't, bro.
2011.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
can I
don't.
say this?
I'm a
Can I
big D
say this
Wade.
and
I'm
then
a big D Wade fan. So,
can I
all right,
say
go ahead.
this and I'm gonna drop down because I'm sick as hell right now, dog.
Hope you get better, big
um,
dog,
Yeah,
man. Hang in
hopefully
there,
you
bro.
make man.
yo, to me, and when he won that championship against Boston, like you had, like for me personally, you have to beat the Celtics to be the greatest Laker. That's one of my qualifications for being the greatest Laker of all time. You
Yeah,
got to beat the Celtics.
yeah.
And to me, Kobe became the greatest Laker when he beat the Celtics. There's 4 Hall of Famers on that team. Um, those dudes were stacked. Kobe had no business beating that team. They were stacked, bro.
And
Um,
we don't talk about adversity. Him being down 3-2 and him coming back and winning
Hey,
2 straight games. Come on,
hey,
we don't talk about that
hey,
either.
hey, Kobe Bryant film room. Do you know that the only Laker to defeat the Celtics in a 7-game series is Kobe?
yeah, yeah,
Magic didn't do it. Kareem didn't do it. You
Fact.
know, we know Jerry West and them didn't do it, unfortunately. But look how many. But wait, think about that for a second, y'all. Look how many game sevens, right? The 1984 Finals went 7 games. Celtics won. Out of all
yeah,
the Lakers greats, you only got one guy that was able to take them down in a 7-game series.
I did not know that.
yep, yep.
So you got the Lakers' most notorious player going
Look at
against
him. Look.
their most notorious rival, and he take them down in 7. Come on, man. What we
Mm-hmm.
talking?
And the way fate had it is the Celtics and the because somebody else could have knocked off the Celtics and it could have been maybe the Magic or maybe the Cavs or somebody like that. The way fate had it, it lined it right back up, man.
Yep,
It
it did.
lined it right up for Kobe, man.
To me,
It
to
did.
me, Kobe beating Boston. Hey, I want to know what would y'all consider it? Would y'all consider it more so MJ sweeping the Pistons or getting his revenge on the Orlando Magic?
Hmm.
The revenge on the Orlando Magic
Yeah, the
because
revenge on.
revenge is sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Revenge is sweet. Ain't nothing like revenge, bro.
But the Pistons too. I mean, the
I
Pistons. It
think
was a
Detroit
revenge.
Pistons.
Yeah, you could
Detroit
say the
Pistons
Pistons
because there
because.
was a level of
But they
physicality that
hoisted
they
up.
came with.
Mm-hmm.
They hoisted
I
up
agree.
Horace Grant.
And
Hey,
also, I think the
Them niggas
Pistons were
hoisted up
kind of
Horace
like
Grant, bro.
that Celtics team, like gritty. You know what I'm saying? Physical. You know, dogs out there. So yeah, I would say the Pistons for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. You know, there was a level of physicality that the Lakers had to meet the Celtics. The same way Jordan talks about with the Pistons. Jordan talks about I went from being pushed around and the Pistons dishing out, you know, the physicality to where now Jordan's the one and Scotty and those guys are the ones at the rim, you know, enforcing and dishing out the physicality. And I saw a change in the physicality between '08 and 2010. I got to push back a little bit on something that Kobe Bryant film room said. Just my opinion. Kobe Bryant talked about how he wanted the Celtics in 2010. Like he
Mm-hmm.
wanted all that smoke. And I hope Kobe Bryant and MJ to a certain standard. It's a standard that most guys, nobody's met in my eyes, honestly, right? In my eyes. And so when you say he had no business being the Celtics, I'm going to say, no, he did, because that's the standard that I hold him to. I
Yep.
think a great player says this: keep me in the game, hoop God, get me to the fourth quarter, right? Where the game's within the balance. And oftentimes, Doug Collins talks about this when he calls games. I just need to get Michael to the fourth. That's it. Get Kobe to the fourth. That's it. And if the game's within reach, then guess what? There comes a point in the game where you go, get out my way. I'm taking us home. I don't care
Yep.
what team you are. I mean, we saw LeBron do it versus the Detroit Pistons, who were a better team. But I got to call a spade a spade. I mean, that was one of those moments. And so, no, I think Kobe Bryant is held to a standard, and I think he has no gripe with me holding him to that standard.
Yep.
And so,
I
yeah,
agree.
in my opinion,
And like you said, I feel like as an all-time great, you have to win a series like that when you're quote unquote the underdog, when you're going against that adversity, when you're going against a quote unquote better team and you come out on top like that. I think that's like you said, that's a standard for an all-time great player to overcome and to, accomplish. So like you said he had no business, but that's just you looking at right. And this is I'm not going against what you're saying. That's just you saying that because that Boston team was like kind of, stacked and they had very good personnel. And if you're comparing both teams, you could say the Celtics was better than the Lakers, but the Lakers came out on top. And I'm looking at, certain all-time great players, and do you have a series like that? So I
Yeah.
agree.
Hey, this is another thing I look at too, right? So you got MJ who had to navigate the era of the centers, the big men. You had Kobe who had to navigate the era of the power forwards. And both of them dominated those eras respectively, right? But I'm looking, right? Steph Curry literally dominated the era of the small forwards. He literally beat the top two small forwards, and then one ultimately joined his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
You
like,
can say three, God. I mean, I'll throw Kawhi in there. I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say you could say Kawhi also.
I mean, but Kawhi beat him in 19. Steph beat him in 17, but Kawhi got hurt. I get your point though.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is you got two shooting guards dominating big men. Essentially, basketball is a big man's game.
Yeah.
So to have two guards like literally dominate the big men in their eras, like you got Jordan dominating Shaq, Hakeem, Pat Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Mutombo. The only one he didn't play against was David Robinson because he's in the West. But then you got Kobe going up against all the top tier power forwards in the Western Conference at this time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a great point.
All of them, like, you know what I'm saying? Then he goes head to head with KG. Well, he beat him in Minnesota, but then they also played again against Boston, but he has a winning record against them, right? It's like, damn. So you telling me the two premier shooting guards dominated the big men in their era? Like, come on, man. You can't tell me these two dudes ain't 1 and 2. Like, nah.
Right. And to piggyback off that, the game is always played, the right way is inside out, not outside in.
Yep.
And what Jordan did in the 90s, dominating all those big guys, and then what Kobe did in the 2000s, not only did Kobe dominate the small, like the power forwards, he led the decade in scoring. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just pure dominance from this guy, man. Pure dominance. And yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about that. And just to leapfrog him and try to dismiss him and try to erase what he brought to the table, shame on the media, shame on these millennials. You know what I'm saying?
And to do it after he transitioned, is way worse.
I was gonna say, if you could pause,
I'll go back. I'll go back.
Because this is something else. When people say Kobe's selfish, I need to know. I need to know how he's selfish. So right there where him and Fisher holding up those trophies. That's why I want you to pause it.
Okay.
Okay, so the people that say Kobe's selfish, why is he holding up the smaller trophy and giving Derek Fisher the big trophy? If he's selfish now, according to them,
Right.
Again, actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe's holding up the smaller trophy. He's letting his team hold up the big trophy, but he's selfish though, according to them. I just I peeped that out. I just wanted to just wrap on.
And Kobe gives a lot of credit to Derek Fisher. He gives a lot of credit to Paul Gasol.
It's his best teammate. He said it's his favorite teammate.
Yeah,
yeah, he trusted those guys. Like Kobe, when in the 2008 Olympics, he set the tone by saying, "Okay, I'm getting up at 5, beat me there or be there." Right?
Right.
He didn't have to tell Powell to do that. He didn't have to tell Derek Fisher to do that. That's why he trusted them. Like, if he doesn't have to tell you, or I would say, like, who was it? Smush Parker, right? When Kobe called him up, said, "Hey man, what you doing right now?" "Ah man, I'm out. Hey man, I'm about to go to the gym. What's up? Let's get some work in." "Ah man, hey, that's the test right there.
Yeah.
You don't show up. Hey, I can't trust you, so I'm gonna keep you at a distance."
Right. That little, oh man, yeah, he cool. He cool. Instant turn off.
Now think about this. Think about this. Caron Butler. Why does
The blackout.
Why does Caron Butler always speak so highly of Kobe? When he called
workout regiment.
Caron said, I'm on my way, right? See, the thing is, I look at the guys who actually got to understand Kobe, right?
Yeah.
I look at that because I'm not going with a guy who felt some type of way because he felt like, oh man, Kobe snubbed me because I asked about the football game. Well, did you get your ass up when he said, let's go hit this gym at 11 o'clock tonight?
Right.
It's funny. It's funny how they'll leave that. They'll omit that, but then they want you to sympathize because Kobe was an asshole. But Pau Gasol don't say that. D. Fish don't say that. Caron Butler don't say that. Lamar Odom don't say that. Trevor Ariza don't say that. I'm like, so the only ones that may have something negative to say, clearly your work ethic was shit. So you really shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Why are you talking to Kobe about football during basketball practice? Kobe not
right, exactly. Football. Like, what are you doing?
You setting yourself up, bro.
Right. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, Trevor Ariza talks about Kobe Bryant. I mean, guys like Quentin Richardson, Trevor Ariza, like these guys go to bat in war for Kobe Bryant. Jamal Crawford talks about if you ain't got Kobe in your top 5, then I don't even want to hear your list. Like, just stop talking to me. You know
what's crazy? Chandler Parsons, I think this was before Kobe transitioned to the next life. He was talking highly about Kobe, and he was talking about how Kobe paid for his tab, and before he played Kobe's one of the best players he ever played, and Kobe had that Michael Jordan mentality. But it's just crazy how after Kobe left, and now that Kobe's gone, it's a whole different narrative. That's just funny to me.
So I got to call Spirit real quick. My bad, just real quick.
Yeah, you good.
I got to call Cap on that story about Kobe paying for Chandler Parsons' night out with the guys. And again, this is my perspective. What would make Kobe Bryant gravitate towards Chandler Parsons?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's not – listen, I mean, I'm a Rockets fan. The Rockets drafted Chandler from Florida, right? But again, though, what will make Kobe Bryant gravitate towards him to do that for him out of all players on the Rockets? Not what? No Shane Battier, no Aaron Brooks, no Yao Ming. I mean, not that those guys are going out anywhere, but I'm just saying. So it's funny how he tells that story after Kobe passed because he didn't tell it, when Kobe was still living. And so I don't know.
After he passed, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm buying that story, bro.
Yeah. I kind of agree. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It is confusing on why he would do that for Chandler Parsons.
Right. He gonna gravitate towards you, and
I thought maybe he was just being kind. That's what I thought for a second.
Because the thing is this: Kobe Bryant don't talk about. Listen, Kobe Bryant doesn't gravitate to a lot of players. Like he talked about Steph, Clay, Derrick Rose. Yeah. He talked about Russell Westbrook, Kyrie. He talked about Kevin Durant, Tracy McGrady. But role players like that, I mean, what the hell? He just gonna send Chandler Parsons, man. I don't know. If I ever see that dude, I'm gonna say, man, like, I need to confirm that shit with some Rocket personnel because I just can't confirm it, bro.
Some people, they want to be, relevant, and they want some out, and they want some attention, so that's how they get it from the media. It's kind of sad.
Like Gilbert Arenas, like I got it from Instagram.
Don't get me started.
Telling you that Kobe is better than LeBron. I mean, but now all of a sudden, Gil, now you got LeBron over Kobe, but you can never give us a valid reason why. You say longevity and all this other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
Gilbert is a liar, bro. I'm sorry. Now Gilbert is somebody that I can't take Gilbert. Somebody that just blatantly lies, like all the time, especially about Kobe. I can't respect that because when he was alive, you was giving Kobe all this praise. I don't respect that.
Hey,
And
it
then
sounds
I
like
remember Gilbert saying, "My bad, DA." Go ahead.
no, you good.
I remember Gilbert saying that he went around the league around like 2001, 2002, and was asking players like, how do I guard Kobe and this and that, and who gets the most attention out of Kobe and Shaq?" I'm like, Gilbert, why are you lying, bro? You know you did not do that, Gilbert.
Yeah, you're lying, bro. Because back in those days, bro, I used to sit damn near courtside with my boy Grant. Grant Napier is a Kings longtime broadcaster for like 30 plus years, OC. And if you go on my channel, I interviewed him. They fired him over a tweet they tweeted to Marcus Cousins. But nah, bro. Like Gilbert makes it seem like Kobe only got shocked because of Shaq. And
Yeah,
that just wasn't the case, bro. That just wasn't the case.
that's not.
Like Kobe demanded a certain type of defensive, strategy. Not saying Shaq didn't, but Kobe just wasn't getting wide open looks. Like
Yeah,
he's a flat out liar, bro. He's a liar.
yeah, he's a
He's a
liar.
liar.
He's a
Wait,
pathological liar.
but
Like
see,
he
Yeah.
just lies about anything.
this is the conundrum when Scap asked him. So how is it that he's averaging 30 with Shaq because he's getting wide open shots? Well, he did the same shit with Pau Gasol in 2009. He averaged 30 in the playoffs and in the finals. So is Pau Gasol getting these double and triple teams? I don't see it.
And also,
That's a great point. Yeah.
I have film on my TikTok page on. It was times when Kobe was getting played by the whole team and they were leaving Shaq open. It was about two good plays in the 2002 finals.
Yeah,
That
he had to show like a little 15-second clip to try to prove his point. But I'm like, oh, so y'all ain't gonna show everything. You just gonna show the little 15 seconds
yeah,
that can confirm.
I got clips too. I would have told him I got clips too. See, that's why I'm like, bro, Scott need to let me up there with Gilbert.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that Scap went at him and he wasn't afraid of the altercation. And when I use the word altercation, I just mean, basketball converse, back and forth. But Scap ain't in that moment. You can tell he wasn't intimidated, and because let's face it, you guys. I mean, Gilbert is an ex-NBA player. That's all he is. He put his shoes on just like we do. His opinion ain't better than mine, in my opinion. Like if you put me in the room with that motherfucker, like let's debate this shit, man. And so I think that's where Scap was coming from. I think Scap did his homework. He came prepared. And maybe Gilbert thought that I'm Gilbert Arenas. I'm just going to say things. And Scap was just going to be like, nah, it didn't work out in his favor. So I appreciate when guys like that come prepared and, they ready to go. And it showed. Maybe that's why Gilbert wasn't a good, preparer in the NBA, right? Maybe that's why he never got past the second round. And he was just a scorer and didn't impact the game in any other way. So, I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he was blackballed from the league. That's why Orlando Magic amnesty his ass. So, I mean, that's what I would say to his ass.
Yeah.
I don't watch a show, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
me either. I can't take
Kenyon
I can't
Martin,
take the show.
Kenyon Martin sold his soul on that show. Jennings, I don't respect his takes really.
Yeah, I don't respect his take.
Rashad
Especially the one on
McCann.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah. I like Rashad McCann's takes on some things. Some things he's off base with, but he is the one guy that he's not afraid to go against the grain. And so, yeah, man. So listen, man. Shows like that, bro. Like I don't watch none of these ESPN shows, or
Me either.
I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that, man. You feel me? Nothing.
Hey, I'll say this though. I got it clipped where Kenyon Martin was on Undisputed, and he said he got Kobe over LeBron. But I noticed when he got on Gil's show, his whole tune flipped somehow. But I'm like, do these people think we ain't got these receipts? Like, yo, it's a plethora.
Kenyon Martin switched up?
Well, I ain't gonna say he switched up, but it's kind of like you could tell when he trying to play the middle, I say.
Right.
So it's like, nah, man, pick a side. Like, don't I hate when they say, well, yeah, I think this guy's just, he's all around, blah, blah, blah. Nah, because you're comparing him to a guy who was dominant on both sides of the ball. See, that's what bothers me. They want to take his losing, right, in his style of play and apply it to the guy that won. No. the guy that you're fighting for, he couldn't live up to the standard. So we're not going to alter the standard to put him in that conversation. No, it don't work that way. I'm sorry. Because if you have, when I say the guys who dominated both sides of the floor for the decade, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and they won the most championships.
Mm-hmm. And I think Kenyon Martin on that show said that Kobe is the best player he ever played, and he think Kobe was the best player for about a 12-year span, I think.
I mean, he was. It's not even.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Kenyon Martin switched up, that would be crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about when Kenyon was on Undisputed, and he says, Kobe going to go through my chest, and I've been there, so I know what it is. But I want to play this real quick. I've never heard any elite player in the top 5 teammates say he quit. So, I mean, I got to play this real quick.
Right? Because LeBron has been the king of the excuses. I remember back to his first year in Miami. You may remember these days, and I think you were on that team. You were what they call a role player, I suppose. You had Bosh, you had Wade, of course, you had LeBron. And LeBron James, after losing to the Dallas Mavericks in the finals, despite going 4-1 in the first round win, 4-1 in the second round win, 4-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals win, and then a 2-1 lead in the NBA Finals, and they couldn't close out the Dallas Mavericks. I remember when LeBron gave us a reason and a rationale for why that Heat team didn't beat the Dallas Mavericks. Let's go back in time just for a moment, shall we?
Obviously, my first year in Miami, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay. But we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals.
Yeah. Kind of blaming you, Eddie.
I'm taking it as he's talking about me.
Yeah.
You talking about me, brother?
I'm saying those are the complimentary players on the Heat that year. My guy, Eddie House, that year averaged 17 and a half minutes a game, 6.5 points a game.
I didn't get enough minutes.
And shot 39% from behind the arc. So there you go.
Those are
but
horrible
all these years later, almost 15 years later now, Eddie, and to think that you guys didn't win an NBA championship, not because LeBron didn't get the job done or Wade didn't get the job done or Bosh didn't, but you didn't.
Okay,
that's what he said.
What I would say is this. If we're going to point the fingers,
let's point it.
We'll point the finger at the fourth quarter, collapsed every game that we had. Actually, you know what? It was 1-1, game 2. We were up. We collapsed in the fourth quarter. They tied it up. We win game 3. We go up 2-1.
Right.
We didn't win another game. So if we're going to, we're going to play the blame game.
Let's play it.
I wasn't out on the court.
Right. Who was on the court?
The man saying that the other guys wasn't getting.
Was LeBron on the court in the fourth quarter?
I don't know. You know what? He was, but he was. Hey, he was, but he wasn't.
Yeah. There you go.
He was there, he wasn't there in spirit.
I tell you what.
Come on, bro. Come on. That little phrase, that little interaction right there, you would never hear somebody talk about MJ or Kobe like that. Never. Not just that, but they don't have the cojones to do that. You know what I'm saying? The cojones. They may say he a bad teammate, he punched me, but when it comes down to take this motherfucker home, excuse my language, and take us home, I mean, listen, bro, like that's crazy to me. Like, I mean, come on, like your teammate is saying this. So
it's ridiculous. That he said he didn't have the good enough team to win. But he beat
Chicago.
Said, we're up 2-1.
Team. But he beat Chicago though, right? A very sound defensive team, and a good offensive team. I admit they weren't the best offensive team, but they were dominant defensively. They had the MVP and Derrick Rose. You beat them 4-1. I think they lose game 1 to Chicago, and then the Heat beat them 4 straight games. And then they'll say LeBron James shut down Derrick Rose. So why didn't he shut down Jason Terry?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My point. This is what I don't understand. He says they had league or minimal guys or whatever. What did the Dallas Mavericks have outside of Dirk Nowitzki, who was 34? What did they have?
Right.
They had very good role players also.
I'm like, bro,
but they didn't have.
I'm like, no. No, the stuff he says is the reason why he's not in my top 10. It's
Yeah.
always an excuse. It's all, I didn't have enough help. Yeah, I didn't have, like, bro, why are you the best? Why do people call you the best player then?
Right. Like, you need everything in your favor. I mean, I thought the best player is able to, fill the gaps in, right?
Especially if you're this all-around player that everyone says that you are.
Hey, I got Moss. Where do you got Shaq? Do you got his a top 3 center or a top 5?
I got Shaq like top 3 or 4.
Okay, so tell me this, right? And I always ask LeBron fans, I said, I'll be fair. If he can pull this off, then I might concede. How is it that Kobe Bryant can win back-to-back titles without a top 3 center? LeBron, you can't win back-to-back chips without a top 3 shooting guard?
That's a fact, bro.
Along with a very great power forward too, and Chris Bosh.
I mean, I'm trying to understand. Like, in order for you to go back-to-back, you need the third best power forward in the game at that time.
Yep.
You need the greatest shooter in the game subsequent to that time, because Steph Curry hadn't emerged. All to win back-to-back titles, but yet somehow Kobe Bryant could pull off a back-to-back with no top 75 and just a fringe all-star at that. Because the reason why I'm saying that, with respect to Powell was 0 for 12 in the playoffs before he got to LA. He got swept in the playoffs.
He had 0 wins. That's a fact.
Him and Shaq is the most swept players without Kobe.
Powell three-peated in sweeps. Okay. 0 for 12. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Like, stop.
And then, okay, can you name me the pieces that Kobe had with Shaq? He had Rick Fox. He had Derek Fisher, right? He had Devin George. He had an old Horace Grant. Like, these role players are not these great role players. I mean, you could say they're equal to the role players that the Miami Heat had that year. But there's no excuse. Kobe and Shaq is out there. Okay, we have to go get it done. Simple as that.
That's why they say sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the big fella dominating the paint. Then you got, you got. I would say the medium-sized brother dominating the perimeter.
Yeah.
And it also speaks to this myth or narrative that I find to be untrue, fellas. I never looked at LeBron as being the best all-around player or being a great all-around player because an all-around player, I can put you in different spots in the game. I can tweak what's required of you based on matchup, time, score, possession. Like, I can plug Kobe Bryant in different holes, different spots, different situations on the court, and he's going to be successful on and off the basketball. And so ain't no way in hell a dude who spent most of his career on the ball dictating everything, who is very limited. I can probably count on one or probably both hands or one hand how many times I've seen LeBron James.
Hey, Maz, replay that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, pause.
Oh, my bad.
No. Okay, hold it. Okay, so did you notice how Bruce Bowen was trying to force Kobe to Tim Duncan?
To Duncan? Yeah.
But he used that horizontal dribble, like you said, that crab dribble, and got right back to the spot. See, it's like, no, footwork matters. Like, it ain't about you just putting your head down and going straight to the rim. Like, nah, you got to be able to navigate, defensive schematics. Like, see, they wanted Kobe to challenge Tim. He's like, nah. I'm gonna get right by you, and I'm gonna slide right back up to that elbow, and I'm gonna rise up bottom of the net. Come on, man.
Right. That's called IQ. Man. That's called high IQ. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Kobe Bryant doesn't require as much help is because his game is more refined. Kobe Bryant can plug holes, whereas LeBron's not plugging as many holes. And I don't look at stats as plugging no goddamn holes, right? I got to watch the game and see you do these things, right? And so, if Kobe needs to go on the block and be the quote-unquote post player, he can do that. Oh, I'm going to let Derek initiate. Okay, Kobe, you coming down off a pin, a flare screen, a flare up, a curl action. Cool. Oh, I need you on the ball, Kobe. Bowen's in foul trouble. Now they got in, Gary Neal or whoever. Okay, cool. He's in foul trouble. Oh, Kobe, can you spot up this possession while Powell works on the block? He draws a double team, you're wide open. And so it's just, Kobe Bryant is just, him and Michael were just complete. And I want to make sure I highlight that word. They were complete offensive players. They didn't have any holes in their offensive repertoire. Like they had every tool you needed to build a house, right? They never went to a construction job, OC, without their proper tools. They had every tool you needed and some. And so that's why I think, Kobe was able to win with less because he can do more on the basketball court. Don't forget, this Spurs team beat LeBron James all around.
Oh yeah,
one of
that's
the best all-around players, the best all-around players, and you can't do other things on the court besides having the ball in your hands most of the time.
We can't forget
that bad off the ball. Like I don't get it. And you're not that good defensively. You're not that good of a rebounder. How are you this all-around player that people say?
Oh wait, hey, Mosh, Mosh, you gonna like this? I think Kobe, when we looked it up, he was like 7th or 8th in rebounds per game at his position, which is away from the basket, right? Further away.
Yeah.
LeBron wasn't even a top 10 rebounder at his position.
Right. I mean, Larry Bird gave you 10 a game.
He gave you like 13.
Yeah.
And if you look at a lot of LeBron's rebounds, it's uncontested, easy rebounds. Him fighting his own teammates for rebounds. Things like that.
So,
he's not down there fighting for boards with other players on the opposing team. He's not fighting for offensive rebounds. That's why I'm like,
another way to look
overrated rebounder.
OC, I want the chat and people to just go look at that 07 finals when the Spurs swept LeBron James and the Cavaliers. Like they'll praise them being Detroit, saying that, but then they'll say he was too young to beat the Spurs. Which one is it? But go look at the way the Spurs defended LeBron compared to how they defended Kobe and focus on Kobe Bryant's perimeter game and how just having a basic perimeter game, it just opens up the floodgates for everything else in your offensive game, in your package. Like these highlights right here. I mean, Kobe is hitting perimeter shots all over the goddamn court. All over the goddamn court.
Yeah.
You can't go over, under, in between. Mm-hmm. You can't do nothing with this dude, bro. He fading away. But go look at how and again, this team, and I would have to look and see the full roster. I don't think they were that much different from 07 to 08, the team that swept LeBron James. Well, Kobe came back the next year and beat them in 5. And so, just look at how Kobe got his shit off in this.
It was the same starting 5. And
okay.
Maybe, 1 or 2 different role players, but essentially it was still the same start. Well, the top 7. So it's like, wait, you telling me Kobe could dissect them boys in 5, but you get swept with the same
bro. And that's why when people say versatility doesn't matter, like you can't listen to people like that because obviously versatility matters.
Of course, it matters because.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, my bad, bro. Go ahead. I cut you off. My fault.
I was just gonna say Kobe was Alonzo Harris in this series. Hey, he was surgical, man, from training day.
Yeah, he was, bro. Yeah, he was. He was. And OC, of course, versatility matters, bro, because just like in boxing, I love using boxing analogies, there's gonna come a night where you're gonna be forced to do something that you don't want to do or you ain't worked on. And so why not work on it, right? Andre Ward talks about, Virgil had him in the gym throwing no punches. It was all hand work on the inside because there's gonna come a night where somebody breaks your distance and you got to fight their hands off. We ain't throwing punches today. It's all defense. And so why would you want to go into any sport being one-dimensional or being, top heavy in one aspect of your game? So when you say, versatility, bro, I think that's key. I think that's a must, especially when you're playing a coach like Pop and Tim Duncan, a team that schemes with the best of them, right? Like, this is crazy.
I agree.
Look at this shit, bro. He's so smart. He's so smart.
And he's going against Bruce Bowen and Tim Duncan.
Man, he embarrassed Bruce Bowen.
He's embarrassed.
Bowen can't. Come on, listen, bro. I mean, Bowen can't do anything. Bowen can't do anything with Kobe, bro. I mean, they'll try to do
he was low key locking up LeBron in 2007.
Hey, Moss, you know on Get Up when it was Mike Greenberg, Kendrick Perkins, and they brought in Bruce Bowen. Do you know he went into like
I saw that.
Yeah, he went into detail why he got Kobe number 2. Neither one of them could say anything.
Right. They showed that list, and then Bowen says, "Well, I would change Kobe to number 2." Yeah, I saw that because he was wearing a bow tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowen respects Kobe, bro, and also the kid from Phoenix. Damn it, Raja Bell. Said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it's guys like that who I respect. His peers, the guys he went to war with, against. I take their word as gospel. I don't care about no goddamn GOAT James Kingdom. I don't care about no goddamn PC players to all this nonsense, bro. Like, come on, bro. I done been around NBA players who say Kobe Bryant, other than Michael, it's him. So that's what I care about.
And you realize it's never really about basketball.
No, it's not, bro.
It comes to them.
Damn,
it's about
Kobe
narratives,
I'm not going front.
Hypotheticals.
Nah, listen, man. I can't take no dude serious who was a bench warmer at the Boys and Girls Club.
Right. I want to highlight this play real quick that we just saw. When Kobe drives into the paint and Tim is right there. Look right here. Look what Kobe does. Look, boom, boom, boom. Nope, I'm stopping, fading away, easy. That's IQ.
Yeah,
that's IQ.
On the previous play, he took it to the cup. So that's what Tim was expecting.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I got something else for you,
right,
big fella.
Right.
He's
right there, yeah.
He used to cook Tim. Oh my! Tim couldn't do nothing with Kobe, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. The mid-range game, we call it the in-between game, but I mean, this is crazy how good he is. Look at him. Fade, floater. The touch. He had better touch than most big men. Better footwork.
Hey, Moz, hold on, Moz, pause it. I want you to hear this.
All right, for sure.
You know the day and time we live in now, you got to have receipts. Now listen to this.
When did you start watching basketball? And 2, what's the highest level that you ever even played?
I started watching basketball in 1991. The highest I've ever played basketball as far as official basketball is Boys and Girls Club level. Nothing higher than that. Okay, exactly. So shut up.
A bench warmer in the Boys and Girls Club.
Who is that?
Throat James Kingdom.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
That guy, I can't stand that dude, he's a real clown to me. Like,
I can't stand that dude,
any debate I watch, he's not saying nothing at all.
Yeah, I can't stand that guy, bro.
It's younger kids that know more than him about LeBron than him. Like, it's sad. Like, he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I just want y'all to hear that part, man.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, he's unbearable. I can't take him.
Yeah, me either. I have to turn him off. Like, I can't even listen to him.
I can't take too much of him because he ain't coming from an honest place. He's coming from he's online just to push a narrative, and I'm not
and
cool
to be
with that.
Cool.
Yeah,
like, he's trying to join the basketball community and be cool and be this character in the basketball community. Like, come on, bro, we grown.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant took over this fourth quarter for sure. My favorite Kobe Bryant series other than winning a championship, was a series with him versus the Phoenix Suns. For me, that stands out the most to me.
2010.
Yeah, bro.
Me too.
Kobe versus the Suns, bro. Like when Doug Collins was calling the game, he was like, "Come on, Kobe, come on, that's not just." I mean, even the announcers were like, "Bro, like, what is you doing?"
That whole series, that whole series.
So Mosh, check it, right? If you combine, I think it was on Twitter, on Mamba 824 or Mamba Lytics, one of those pages. But if you combine his 09 and 2010 Western Conference Finals stats, do you know his percentages was like 33 points per game on 50, 40, 90 shooting splits? But it was more so like 50, I want to say 51, 42, 93 shooting splits in the conference finals.
I didn't know that, bro. I had no clue it was that.
If I gotta go find it because I got like just regular sports media phone and I got a personal phone. When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
He got revenge on the Suns and the Celtics this year.
Okay, my Rockets beat the Cavs tonight, 109-108. That's a good win by them.
Oh wow, that's a very good win.
Because we lost to the Pistons a couple of days ago, so we needed that win. That's a good win for them.
Was everybody on the court for the Cavs?
Here, I got it right here. Let me see, bro. Struce, Wade, Elementary. Yeah, they sure were.
Yeah, that's a very good win.
Yep, and the shot making in this series,
it was
versus the Suns. I will put it up against any shot making series in anybody in history, and I can argue this is the best shot making series from a player I've seen in my life, and that even includes. Damn it, bro! I hate to say it. Damn it. It includes Michael Jordan.
No, I agree.
Not saying Jordan wasn't greater because he's greater, he's better. I'm just saying, as far as just pure shot making, tough shots. Let me emphasize that. Tough shot making.
My favorite series, I have two favorite series from Kobe. One is 2009 versus the Nuggets. Especially
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys.
I think it was game 4.
This guy here, 96, he's a fake Kobe fan. He's a LeBron James lover. And I've been on panels with this guy before, or he's in the comment section. He loves LeBron James, and he talking about facts and all this stuff. But in reality, he don't like Kobe. He don't like Kobe.
It's a lot of them out there like that. I would say the Utah series in 2009. That game 3.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Because Kobe wasn't having a good series in that series in the first couple of games, right? He was shooting the ball poorly.
Yeah. That game 3, he turned it up. I think that's one of Kobe's best killer instinct type games I ever watched.
Yeah.
He started off he started out the gate ready.
Damn, look at that shit, bro. Even the series versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver made some mistakes in that series, but I mean, Kobe had that will, man.
And I would say 2001 versus the Kings and versus the Spurs. 2001.
Yeah, I was at that series, bro. I was at that series. The quote unquote Doug Christie, the Kobe stopper. Okay.
They try to say Ruben Patterson was the Kobe stopper.
Oh, Ruben Patterson. Yeah, and then Kobe says, "Hey man, like if you want a new contract, man, just tell me. I could have said give you a new deal."
I don't know why they
for it. Yeah.
He ain't never stopped Kobe.
Also, too, bro, I look at Kobe Point. I watched his highlight. Listen, I never really took the Suns seriously from a defensive standpoint. They can score the basketball, but if you just have patience versus them, you can beat this team.
Yeah,
they got beat. Yeah, and they got beat. The Spurs beat them a few times, but just run your offense, be patient, and you can beat this team.
They lost to the Mavericks, too, I think, in 2006.
Okay, yeah.
Did they lose to the Mavericks in 06? I think so. The Suns.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me.
No, the Suns, this is why I say to me, LeBron James was just a super athletic, less efficient, better on defense, Steve Nash. I mean, You are back-to-back MVP, but you can't win a championship until you go to the Miami Heat. Steve Nash, back-to-back MVP, but you keep getting knocked out in the conference finals against the Lakers, the Spurs, or the Mavs.
Yep. And they do love the
overhype.
overhype.
And that footwork right there.
Nah, his footwork is insane.
It's insane. Like, how do you guard that?
You can't.
Damn.
The defense.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Stoudemire Loki had a good series, too.
No, he did. He did. Look at him. Just
I think this 2010 run is his best run, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a tough run, too. Good pass. Good
Very
pass.
tough. Him beating the Thunder, the Jazz, and the Suns.
That Jazz team was good. Yeah, that Jazz team was good.
Team, bro, they had D. Will, they had Carlos Boozer, Andre Kirilenko.
Yeah. Did they have Millsap or no?
I'm not sure.
They had Harpering, I think. Harpering.
I'm trying to see who was that. Who was their center? I forgot who was their center.
Wasn't a center the dude from Detroit? He tore his Achilles at one point. I forgot it. He's Turkish. I forgot his name. Good pass, Kobe.
Yep, the Utah Jazz finished 53-29 that season.
Look at that. Look at that little foot up and under. Good move. All right, so this is game 3. Yeah, let's finish this out. We'll see. And who got this little series? I think it's like, how much is it? How much time is left here? We got about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna close out.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna eat some food and watch that Boston. Actually,
no, this game was his shot making was ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was.
He looked like Mike. Like he reminded me a lot. Like
look at that shit, bro. Hold on, bro.
That's Mike-esque.
Look at this shit, bro.
Mike hit that same shot in '98 in the finals.
He turns away from the double team.
Yeah.
Stop it. Come on, bro.
Hey, wait, Moss. Is it no coincidence that Michael Jordan had a similar performance like this in '93 against the same team, just different players?
No, yeah, it's no coincidence, bro.
I'm telling you, man, a lot of their careers line up. Like if you just look at it,
they
do.
They do. I've been thinking that also.
He's always square.
Yeah,
but he can make off-balance shots, and that's what makes him so. No angle is too tough for him to shoot the ball. He can shoot from any angle.
And that's what he worked on. He worked on those, like being balanced, but also being able to shoot off balance.
Correct.
They did have Paul Millsap. You were right.
Oh, they did? Okay. Probably a younger Millsap, I assume.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It was Millsap's third year.
There we go.
They had Kyle Korver, too.
Now, y'all do know in 2008, my Houston Rockets played you guys in the second round. We won game 1. Yao dominated, and then he broke his foot in game 4. Now, don't call me crazy, but I think if Yao stays healthy, we got a chance to beat the Lakers. Not saying we would have
a chance too.
Yeah, I mean, it went 7 games, remember?
Yeah, it went 7.
Yeah, and Yao didn't play games 5 and 6 or games 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, good move.
Okay, yeah, you were talking about that. You're okay.
Okay, this is when this series was actually tougher than what people think it was, because I think the Phoenix Suns tied it up. It was 2-2 going back to LA.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but this game 4, Kobe went bonkers.
This shot was ridiculous. I don't know how
he went bonkers, and he got fouled. Look at him. Give me the ball. Look at him.
Oh my God.
Splash.
Oh my God.
How do you guard it?
That's so tough.
Could you imagine being out on an island versus him?
Bro, they don't talk about another 3. That's 3 in a row. Wow.
Yeah, bro. He was hot. Look at him.
Another one.
Look, bro. Watch him. Watch his arms. Give me the ball. Splash.
Hey, that's a rhythm shot too. Just no dribble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Catch and shoot.
Look at these shots he's hitting.
Yeah, look at him.
Ridiculous.
One dribble, shoot.
Oh, look at him. Grant Hill. Man, please. From the parking
Hey, you know
lot.
what? Hey, but I got respect for Grant Hill for actually trying though. Like he tried.
I do too. Because he did try. I do too.
Yeah, he was killing Grant Hill.
His form is, I mean,
it's automatic.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
That's why I tell people, I'm like, Kobe was a jump shooter.
Yeah,
he was. There you go. Guys, they're slashers. Like Kobe is a pure jump shooter who can create and his teammates, but like his bread and butter is a jump shot.
And notice how he can shoot long ball, mid range, and short range. That takes oh my god, look at this shit, bro.
Nope, oh my god, that's Mike-esque.
Yeah, too fast.
See, that's the thing with that 1-2 dribble pull up. You don't know when it's coming because I guarantee you.
There you go.
That defender thought Kobe was going all the way to the rack, and then he just stopped it.
As a defensive player if you plant your feet, he right past you.
Yeah.
Oh my, damn, this dude.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he was. He was surgical in this series.
I told you, man. Hey, I said he was Alonzo Harris, man.
Look at that D, man. He still ain't giving up. Nope.
I know a lot of players, them being down, they'll stop shooting and their efficiency will look good. You know what I'm saying? Even though they lost, you would think, they had nothing to do with the loss.
Because what people don't understand is this. Kobe probably knew they're going to lose the game, but it was a psychological warfare.
Yeah,
meaning,
it was.
That's okay. I'm going to see you motherfuckers in game 5. Yeah, I'm still coming. Because it's all about not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at that touch. All right, here's game 5.
Which game was the game when? I think it was game 3 or game 2 when Ron Artest hit that game-winning layup. Or was it Powell? I think it was Ron Artest.
No, it was Ron Artest. I think it was game 2. I think it was game 2. I could be wrong.
That's ridiculous.
Look at him. Kobe. And then people will talk about, versatility is not a big component. Oh, okay. I mean, you're watching versatility right now.
Yep.
You're watching it.
And you definitely need a versatile type of scoring in a half-court setting in the playoffs for sure. You definitely need that.
Well, yeah, because teams are going to take away what you do best.
Mm-hmm. And you're not going to be able to get to the basket easy.
The only thing is that Kobe does everything at a high level. The mama's face is out. Kobe does, look at that pass. Kobe does everything at a high level. So, I mean, you really can't take nothing away because he has a counter to every counter. Good pass. I forgot they had Goran Dragic. That's a good defense, though. That's a good D.
That's very good.
You're really close.
Look at that. The game I want to see the most is game 6 after this because that's when Kobe really shot he made in game 6. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap and say, yeah, he's just that guy. And you heard what Alvin Gentry said about him after game 6. They says, did you need him to do that to show you he's the best player in the world? Nah, I already knew that. Everybody knows that. Right. He said, nah, we all knew that already, man. You late to the party. Hell, you talking about?
And people try to change the narrative and say LeBron was better than him at that time.
Right.
I don't know how he didn't win MVP this year. I would go on the limb and say this until I'm gone, until my breath is gone. He should have won MVP this year. I do not care what anybody says. 7-game winners to get that team to the first seed in the Western Conference. Come on, bro.
I think it was because he had like a 6-game stretch when he was out with that knee injury, or he got it drained.
Okay.
But I mean, even still though, like
still, that's what I'm saying. It's just 6 games.
Yeah, to get those. I mean, yeah, to get them to the playoffs with those 7-game winners. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then he performs like this in the playoffs also. Come on, bro.
I mean, like I told him, I said Kobe beat more 50-win teams than LeBron did in that 3-year span from 2007 to 2010. Like in the playoffs, he only played one team that didn't have 50 wins, and that was the Jazz in 2009. Everybody else was 50 or more.
Don't forget the 2001 run. He beat nothing but 50-win teams.
Yeah, no, Maz, I'm with you. No, I'm saying he done this without Shaq though, because they'll
yeah.
But I'm like, okay, but he still got more 50-win teams beat than LeBron with Powell.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. So this is the closing game, and just like in Orlando Game 5, I feel like Kobe felt like, listen, I got to come with it. Close out game on the road. We ain't going to no goddamn Game 7. Like, I'm going to close it out today.
Straight jump.
Look what he's shooting at.
Look at that. First of all, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Check this out. I'm going to pause it right here. Look at this. If you're Steve Nash, bro, and if I'm the coach, I call a timeout and I sit your ass down. like, what are you doing? Like, do you know who this is?
Hey, but Moss, think about it though. Would you rather Steve Nash run out there and then Kobe blow past him? So you kind of put him in a catch-22.
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, listen, that's a valid question, but I'd rather Kobe Bryant drive past Steve Nash and go into my defensive help in the paint.
Yeah.
But then again, listen, it's like a 40-foot shot. So, all right, you got me there. I guess give him this and look what he does with it. He fucking on nets it. God damn. I mean, mid-range, long game. Look at him. That's crazy.
Matter of fact, I think I posted all of
that 3 is tough too.
Let me go find his page. I think
is that a 3 or a 2?
Hey, check this out. What the hell is Amari Stoudemire doing?
Yeah, I don't know what Amari Stoudemire is doing.
What the hell are you doing? What is that?
Yeah, I don't. That's terrible defense.
Wow,
that's a very tough shot too.
That Dudley on him? Come on. Oh, shoulder. Splash.
That's tough.
Kobe does a move in his game where it's like a left-hand floater or something like that.
Oh, yeah, bro. I was just about to say that. That floater was so tough.
Yeah, that floater was. Come on, bro.
Hey, so I got the whole shooting splits. So overall, he shot 48% from the field. But if we break it down by zones, 38% from 3, 90% from the free throw, 56% from the mid-range.
Damn.
65% true shooting overall.
That's crazy. I paused because I want to go back to that shot right there was amazing.
Yeah,
but watch this shit right here.
This
watch
shot
this
right
shit.
Here is amazing.
No shots at the rim or at
look. I want to.
This Memorial Day weekend. Bryant, come on, somehow getting it up and.
You guys hear Doug Collins saying, "Come on."
Yeah.
I mean, look, bro. Doug Collins has coached and been around Michael Jordan, and the way he talks about Kobe in those moments. I mean, and then look at his fan's face, right? Look at this.
How many of those fans?
Face, look at him. He don't know what to look. I mean, come on, bro. On the road.
How many of those fans are telling the people there around that I watch Kobe, and yeah, Kobe is Kobe and Mike? How many of them fans are probably telling people that? Not going on podcasts and stuff like that in the media saying this.
Bro, his left foot stayed planted.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous shot.
Most guys will fucking travel. Most guys will fucking change their pivot foot.
Channing Frye with the help defense.
And bro,
Very
listen,
good help defense.
he still got enough like lift to get the shit over Channing. Man, this is crazy.
And his fingers broken.
Right here. Watch this.
Yeah, this one right here. Oh my God, this was ridiculous.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
Damn.
That's nasty. Bro, he off balance like that's a floater from like, but beyond the free throw line.
On the free throw line.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, that's tough.
That man had the Midas touch.
Here we go.
Hey, and you know it's no coincidence that like all the top tier players now went to the Mamba Academy, plus the WNBA girls went to the Mamba
That's
Academy.
a fact.
He did a lot for the WNBA also.
Yeah, he did. He loved women's basketball.
Yeah, he loved women.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I know, Kobe. Come on, bro. Come on. Look at that motherfucker, man. Look at him. He ready to strike like a black mamba. Oh, real quick. After this game, Charles Barkley goes, I know Phoenix is known for coyotes and rattlesnakes, but tonight, that was a black mamba.
Hey, no. He said, he was like, he was like grizzly bears and diamondbacks. He said, no, it was black mamba after the night.
Yeah, bro. Oh my! Listen, man, I remember all those quotes because it just stuck with me. That dude didn't want to look at him, bro. Like he didn't want to drink water. He's like, man, we're like goddamn towel.
He was on another level, man. Like he was playing a level above everybody, even his own teammates.
Jerry West said, I remember watching game 1 of the 2010 finals, and Jerry West said that was some of the best basketball he ever watched in his
look at that little stutter.
Now
tap Alvin.
Hey, he tapped that nigga.
He tapped Alvin. Give it to him. Shit.
Get off me. That's good defense by Grant Hill, though. That's very good defense.
It was good defense. Hold on, bro. I gotta hear Doug call this.
Out of 5. Bryant. Yes. And that was a little tough to Alvin Gentry.
Add insult to injury, Kobe. I mean, what a shot. I mean, you can't defend that. Are you kidding me? You can't defend that.
You know what's funny?
I mean, it means
the coach wanted to smile. The fans wanted to smile.
Kobe Bryant. Watch him hang.
But they were getting killed, bro.
And then he said, Alvin, hey, Alvin, what do you think about that? Did he tap him on the shoulder? And good-natured Alvin Gentry can only smile. What's a little tap right here?
How many times what do you something like that? Like, you know, hey, I'm a pump fake 2 or 3 times, and you just try to block my shot, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was no situation he wasn't prepared for.
None, bro. Zero. And that's why OC highlighted versatility and why it's so important in sports across the spectrum, right? That's why it's so important. I mean, the word versatility is just, you have to have it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my guy, Dart. What's up, Dart?
What up, Dart?
Yeah, Dart's a good guy, man. He showed me love that one time. He let me come on the platform and get my piece off. And I always watch you guys, Hoop God and Dart, on Sundays. I actually look forward to that content. It's real good content. So what up, Dart? But let me get my last thoughts, and then we'll do a quick roundtable, and then I'm gonna go eat some food and chill out. But I guess my overall thoughts in 2010 was, Kobe was gonna get it done by any means necessary, and I never really thought about his playoff run: Utah, Phoenix, Boston. That's a good goddamn run. And what he did in the conference finals versus Phoenix, and then to carry it over in Boston. And here's a point that I think I have to make. He knew that he couldn't play Boston from a tactical standpoint, offensively and defensively, the same way he played the Phoenix Suns. And so for me, that's what is most impressive, guys. He was able to be versatile enough. he was able to make the adjustment and counter and do certain things because the Celtics presented a different matchup, right? You go from going against a lazy, because I'm going to be honest, I thought the Suns were lazy on defense. And Kobe can get anything he wanted versus that team at any point during the game, right? To where he had to change his mindset. And I'm sure Phil and the guys had to change their approach to the Boston Celtics, who was a more bigger, physical, gritty, make you run your offense type team. And so for Kobe to get to the conference finals and then go against Boston and then come out victorious to get his 5th championship ring, for me, it's just greatness, man. And, you know, I'm not going to downplay it. I'm not going to poo-poo it. You know, that year alone just stamped him for me. I knew he was already great, but when he got that 5th ring, I went to bed that night saying, yeah, Kobe and MJ, they just stand alone. Like, I know we got Hall of Fames, and I don't care about no goddamn top 75 list. That means nothing to me. I don't care about no dudes in a goddamn computer room looking at analytics and come up with fucking 75 players. I don't care about that. But I just know this. When you put them all together, fellas, Ozzy and Hoop God, and I think Kobe and MJ, I think they're just in a separate tier all by themselves. And then there's everybody else. And so what you got, Hoop God? Your closing statement.
I was just gonna echo those sentiments. Yeah, man. I mean, when I'm looking at the game, I'm looking at guys who dominated both sides of the floor while winning championships. And you know, just to go into detail, they're all NBA. They're leading the league in scoring. They're all league defenders, and it's manifesting championships. There's only 2 guys doing it. You know, credit to Tim Duncan, but he wasn't as dominant as those guys were on both sides. He more so, you know, focused on the defensive side, which I do lean a little bit towards because, you know, we see like guys like Harden put up all these numbers, but what could lead to, you know. But look at Dennis Rodman. He said, okay, I mean, Dennis Rodman could literally score. Like, if you go look at him in southeastern Oklahoma, like, he could score. But he decided to focus on defense. He got 5 titles, you know. But to see guys who can go out there and just light you up and then come back and lock you down on the defensive side and lead to championships, I mean, yeah, you just said it. Those 2 are in the class of their own. That's why I said, I don't care what anybody has to say. MJ and Kobe, those 2 are locked in. Everybody else, you know, we can arrange them however, but those 2 at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, same thing for me.
You got it, OC.
Same thing for me. I think just the way those 2 can take over their game with just their presence and their aggressiveness and just their killer mentality, along with what y'all said, the 2-way ability, along with what they did and how they affected, because we don't talk about how they affected their peers also. And no 2 players get love from their peers like Kobe and Mike, like truly. And I think that matters also. And them dominating the big man era, you know, power forwards for Kobe and centers for Michael Jordan. It's like, and the fact that they both 3-peated and went back-to-back twice, I don't think you can put anybody up there in that top 2 besides Kobe and Mike. Sure.
I agree with that, man. Like always, man, I appreciate you guys taking time out, man, and just talking basketball, you know, the right way. You know, this was an awesome show. You know, we're going to do it again. You know, OC, any topic that you want to talk about, bro, let's do it, man. I don't give a fuck what it is. But yeah, man, so we're going to do it again, but I'm going to close this one out. It's been an awesome stream. You guys have a great evening, man.
You too. Peace.
All right, for sure. All right, Hoop God.
Indeed, man. Salute, fellas.
Yes, sir.